Oh,
All right, we are here.
We got
Ladies,
here.
Gentlemen, other beings, welcome to the final episode of Ravnica, City of Thieves, a D&D live stream about professional criminals in the Infinity City of Ravnica. Things have gotten pretty wild. Let's do a real quick recap while I check the audio levels and make sure that we're actually broadcasting content. Looks like we are. Let me know if we're not.
Please
So,
and thank you.
a ragtag group of criminals was assembled. They did a bunch of jobs. They did a bunch of crimes. The most important crime for the future is the one where they decided to raid the Azoria Senate and kind of burn it to the ground and start a riot, kill a bunch of people. That happened.
It
That
was
did
technically
happen.
war crime, but we can. I'm ignoring that.
Everyone makes mistakes.
So theoretically, they are currently scot-free from that, but in a world where divination exists,
For now,
who knows? While doing this, they sort of got entangled with the Demir, which is a guild of spies and thieves who
And
manipulate
jerks.
Ravnica and jerks.
Jerks.
Every
yeah.
guild
Chock
has
full of
jerks.
jerks.
The
Everyone's
Demir
a jerk.
redacted jerks.
They were also being haunted by this thing that they have come to call the Leyline Phantasm, a creature that can detect when magic is cast across Ravnica and send assassins after you, who apparently has co-opted the Demir in some way. They kidnapped Melik Izzet Paragon, who is apparently still alive, and made him construct a device to deal with this. They did construct that device, but it turns out that it can't just nuke the Leyline Phantasm from orbit without turning Ravnica inside out, according to Melik. So
Sounds
they
like
had
a
to send a small
party.
team, turn them into part of the Leyline, which to you guys just appears like an old version of Ravnica, and then confront the problem directly, party starter style.
Time and space connected through fields of fog.
Oops.
Murderating.
So, we encountered some old characters who are dead in the ley lines. Razia, Archangel of the Boros. Rurik Thar, who is actually not dead. He's just there.
Just chilling
He
in the
doesn't
ley
know
lines.
how he got
He's
there.
a two-headed troll that or goblin
So,
troll.
he doesn't know how
Ogre.
he got
Ogre.
there, and you don't know that either because you did not ask. Moving
No.
on.
Okay. Well, yeah, that happens.
But he's
I
definitely
guess.
not dead like everybody else.
Yes.
Nice.
You encountered Sadek, who is the old guild leader. The deal you made with him is that he was going to ride one of your bodies back to the world of the living. He chose
Tom.
one Fonz Al Ghul, who is currently not here.
Oops. Doops.
Yeah.
Alana's severely alarmed, mainly because somehow a guy who's been dead for 10,000 years knows her fucking name.
Well, you did try to sell his bones.
So, he's dead!
Happens. We sell a lot of people's bones. It's Ravnica.
We do actually sell a lot of people's bones.
What other bones?
We
have you
sell
sold?
bones.
We've stolen other bones.
I wear bones
She
sometimes.
wears dusted bones.
I've been
because she
wearing
collected them.
bones on my.
Dude, that's one of those
my
things
necklace.
that it's super common to happen in D&D where it's like, I'm gonna wear this dude's skin or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever skinned anything in real life. It's super fucked up to do that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
every time I do
Yeah.
one of those, I'm just like,
But regardless, just because we sold his bones doesn't mean that he should know it was us. He's been
Oh no,
dead.
there's no
It's
V
like,
here.
come
You
on.
did this.
You did
I never
not.
touched
You
his
tried to
We
bones.
trade
were
his
all in
bones.
this.
Nope.
Oh, I did
Really?
kind of transport his bones.
No, weren't they? His bones were in that case.
Yeah,
weren't
different
they?
guys' bones. No,
Yeah.
this is completely different.
Oh,
At
it's
one
the
point, you were
rando
making
bones.
a deal with somebody, and you tried to offer Sadek's burial location as part of the deal.
Uh-huh.
That was a long time ago.
It was a
Oh, I
long time
remember
ago.
that, but that's what I thought. That's the information I thought that I had.
Turns
It was
out,
his burial.
vampires of creepy mind vampires of sufficient power know when you're talking about them.
That's creepy.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
that's gross.
So, I don't know. Be careful with what names you throw around, essentially.
All of them.
Getting back on track. So, he is currently possessing Fonz Al Ghul, played by Tom, who could not
Minotaur
be here.
rogue fighter.
Good luck, Tom, at the Nova Open. Kill some tiny mans with your tiny mans.
Go Tom.
Also, shout out to Cassidy Nichols. Happy birthday to one of the
Happy
managers of the
Oh, it's his birthday.
The keystone of the end games. If he has ever removed this place, will just physically
Crumbles.
That is
Yeah.
true, actually. Can confirm.
Yeah.
He left once and we had an earthquake.
collapse. Anyway,
He's a threat to just.
so
Yeah.
we find ourselves within the leyline projection of Ravnica that was. It is older Eastern European architecture. There is
Dope.
fog everywhere.
The, like,
if you look down an alley, it's like
yes,
the
nice.
god machine demiurge that renders reality, just kind of forgets to do it after 10 feet. Like there's just nothing down certain alleyways. the last thing that Pigeon remembers is that Melik was explaining a bunch of complicated stuff about ley lines and how you have to go kill this phantasm. And then he tucked a device into your hand and it's just like, push this and I'll pull you out. Okay, bye. Then you turned into light and now you are surrounded by alleyways and old cities and dust and fog. And none of your friends are around you.
Pigeon thing to do. It's like watching Hey Hey from. Just,
All right.
Fred?
All right. First of all, gain 1 point of inspiration.
Yeah, that was dope.
just,
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's
Yeah.
so many things going on.
I wish I could understand some of them.
All right. So secondly,
Yeah.
obvious exits that are not filled with that ominous fog are directly to your left. There is a pathway that is sort of covered
That'll do
with
it,
these
thanks.
strange, almost tumor-like growths of biomass. You see the insignia of one of your most hated guilds, the Simic, but this does not seem like their style. The last time you went to a Simic place, it was all like perfectly natural, like Elrond-style tree houses.
Right.
And this is like semi-industrial, goop everywhere, weird organic stuff.
Where else is not goop? I'm not going down goop alley.
There is there are
Not
no
goop.
other clear exits. It's goop or bust.
No, it's time to goop.
So she like frills out like crab claws a clack and is like, all right, goop.
Okay,
It's time to go down the alley.
so you head down the alley. You find yourself in this boiler room, essentially, with a bunch of just cytoplasmic cysts with strange mutant creatures floating in them. In the center of the room, there is more of that cytoplasmic stuff in a cauldron that is bubbling and glowing bluish green, like a teal color. Over it, there is an elf who is very skinny. He has that strange old armor in the ancient Simic style that you've seen some of. He has both hands on the cauldron and he's looking at it very intently.
Can I sneak up on him a little bit? I'm kind of curious now. Kind of forgot the plot of what I was supposed to be doing,
Ooh.
but there's a new bubbling thing, and no one's pushing me into it yet.
All right,
So
roll me a stealth check.
Let's do that. I'm not terrible at stealth.
Roll in the thing.
Oh yeah, I should, shouldn't I?
I don't believe it.
That's an
11.
11.
No,
plus
it's way too small.
5.
Let me do some adjustments on the
16.
It would be a 16. I can also roll this big boy.
Enhance. 2.65.
Enhance. I got
Better?
this big
That's
boy.
better.
So
Should be able
it's
to see it.
it's a 16.
16? Okay. I will roll a perception check with advantage because of reasons.
9.
Does he have
19.
eyes literally on the back of his head?
No. So as you sort of approach from the side, his eyes flick and his head turns, and he sees you.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, Pigeon.
Maybe.
Yes, Pigeon.
I'm not a pigeon. I am a person.
Your name is Pigeon.
All right,
You were
you
not.
got me.
All right.
I don't know how it happened, but you are now a Simic mutant.
Blame the goo.
Yes. Also, you have managed to graft cytoplasm onto yourself without dying or mutating, which is statistically significant. My name is Momerbig.
Limpest handshake, just like
is
a
also not
couple
great.
fingers. we're both just like
he gives
the
you the
floppiest
crab
wrist.
claw, like
Yeah. Oh, do we both crab claw?
Yeah.
That feels
She's
right.
like-
She's like, hands are up here, crab claw out.
Clack, clack, clack.
Yeah.
So
They're just like
You
bumping.
have cytoplasm, right? It's on your body somewhere.
Yeah,
Where is it?
It's on my arm,
It's on your
as
arm.
I remember. My actual flesh arm.
Mm-hmm.
I know these things because you have that. That's cytoplasm. I invented it.
I stole it. It was supposed to be mine, so now it's mine.
Most people don't steal it because if you do it wrong, it mutates you, but that doesn't seem to be a problem.
More?
You want me to teach you how it works?
Yes. Yes.
That is possibly the most
Yeah.
serious we've ever seen. Pigeon in her life.
All I ask is that you convey a message to Prime Speaker Vanifar.
Fine.
You don't know Vanifar, but that sounds like an important person. that you could
Yeah.
probably find.
It's a name. She'll probably
I was
forget
about to
it.
say,
like
like,
the,
he's
the
just
intention's there,
A lot
but
of the
Yep,
worst
yep.
person.
intention, yes. Attention.
Tell her, remind her that some rivers flow both ways. And this guild was built on adaptation and innovation.
Rivers innovation.
I'm going to write it down.
That's a good thing. I can't read.
Daintily tucks it.
with her name on it.
Yeah.
Just pin it to your shirt.
Yep.
Yeah. This is great. Like, I cannot read. This is the name.
Cytoplasm enhances your natural abilities. It provides a well of strength and energy that you can use. As you graft more of it and it adapts to your system, you will potentially be able to use it for other things. All right, so mechanically the way this works is your cytoplasm has one charge.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend that charge to do one of three things.
Mm-hmm.
You can gain temporary hit points equal to twice your level.
Oh, hell yeah.
You can regain a first level or lower spell slot.
Okay, okay.
So
Or-
first level or cantrip.
First level spell slot. Or you can gain advantage on one skill roll.
Okay.
Nice.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Once that charge is expended, you recharge it with a hit die during a short rest.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
That's cytoplasm, baby. Use it in your home games. So
This is my home game.
It also mutates you.
one of
so-
many. So yes, the grafting rules.
She's
which you-
already getting used to the mutation thing. It's just a body.
But I'm just saying for other people.
You don't have to write down
the.
the rules for
Yeah.
how grafting works, but you can get more than one cytoplasm on your body.
Oh, they can't stop me.
And they have multiple charges. The thing is, each time you do it, you have to make a Constitution save, which the DC of which is 10 times the number of cytoplasm you have. But then you get
They
multiple
won't
charges.
get crazy, I
So if you
guess.
have one cytoplasm, it's a 10. If you have two,
It's
it's
DC
20.
20.
Yeah.
It's 3 is DC 30. When you level
Which is
up,
doable.
Goodness.
the next time you could get a feat,
Mhm.
ask me for a cytoplasm feat if you want, and I will make one for you.
Dope.
I have a couple in mind. They'll let you use the charges in different and interesting ways.
Well, a next level I take, I should probably I get another mutation of some kind anyway, right?
Cytoplasm, you get a free one.
Cytoplasm, yeah.
So he finishes explaining it to you, and then he explains the risks of adding additional cytoplasm. And he's like, but I'm pretty good at this. Do you want an additional one?
Do it.
Yes.
Sweet.
It's free. Right?
Yes.
Free. Yeah.
It's not free. It's risky, which has an opportunity cost. Never mind. All right, roll me a con save. You have advantage.
All right.
Nope.
Hell yeah, advantage. Yeah, that's a 12 plus.
Yeah,
That's
still
a
no.
14.
14. All right.
Still higher than 10.
Gonna get myself a sweet ass mutation.
Wait, I need my dice back.
Yeah. I have like no constitution or
story is
strength.
Yep.
Which makes sense because I'm, you know.
Yeah. No, my strength modifier is -1.
I mean, all her stuff is like dexterity.
My dexterity
charisma,
modifier is
intelligence.
-1.
That feels right.
Did you see where my story dice went last night?
I think they might be in.
Are they not in the
In your
bag?
of wonders.
In the
No,
bag of
in your big
dice?
dice bag. The bag of wonders.
That's a different bag.
No, there's so many dice.
There's a green one with a kid.
Too many dice.
A
With
green
a
bag
kitten?
with a kitten.
Hey.
Aww.
This doesn't have a kitten on it.
Oh.
It's close. It's
You
green.
could put a kitten on it.
You could
Alright.
put a kitten on it.
I can give you
It'd
a
be way
sticker
cuter.
of a kitten.
Random mutation. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Oh no!
What does that
mean?
A thumbprint and a cane?
A fingerprint and a cane. Hold
No,
on.
that's definitely a cane. Okay.
So the camera can see him. These are Rory story cubes. I recommend you get them if you're running a game.
So what does
Yeah,
that
they're kinda
mean?
nice.
So shit's wild.
All right. I don't think you can climb walls anymore.
So it crippled you?
Like your fingers go back to normal.
Or just they're too dry now. They don't suction cup.
Yeah. No more sticky fingers.
She
Your
legit-
cytoplasm did bad.
But you got 2 charges though. That's so many spells and or advantage and or hit points.
Fine.
I
Yes.
prefer climbing.
Nah.
Well, the thing is, her crab arms also have climb with them.
Yeah.
So we're still
Figure
good.
it
Like,
out.
I don't have
Just drag
spider
her body
climb.
up by
Yeah.
the
Get yourself some manta glide or something and it'll be fine.
Yeah, I always had spider. I always had, whatever climb, just because of. I just don't have the sticky fingers
That
now.
sucks.
Just sad.
We can get you some glue.
Or like a magic item or something.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fine. I'll finally have to use those immovable rods for something.
You don't have the immovable rods. You
Oh, did
traded
we
them.
give them away?
Yeah.
You gave away my immovable rods?
Plus
This is fine.
3,000 gold, and it had a disguise.
That's fine.
At what cost? All right.
At least I had my bag of boars.
You do still have your bag of course.
Yes.
They weren't super interested in that one.
Yeah.
I explained it to
Shocking.
them. Nah, we don't want this. All right. That was the throwback to. There's actually another game happening in this same universe on Sundays. And there was a crossover event. No, that's relevant. So Momorvig kind of loses interest after he successfully grafts more cytoplasm onto
Yeah.
you.
Pigeon loses interest too.
Yeah, it's
Faster.
like-
It's competitive now.
So you guys both awkwardly stop talking and walk away from each other.
It's not even awkward. That's just who we are as people
Meh.
or meta people.
right.
Might
So-
go back to. I want to know what's in that cauldron though.
What's in your goop?
That's actually where the cytoplasm that you grafted onto came from.
Okay.
It's the special supply. This one glows.
What's in your weird bubbles?
That's a complicated question.
I'm gonna point to the biggest
I
bubble.
want a simple answer.
Yeah.
Oh, those bubbles. I thought you meant what was happening in here, which is a complicated question. That's a very simple question. That is a man who is now better at many things. Because of me. I did that.
Does he know that he's better at anything?
He will. Hopefully. Or he might go insane.
If he lives.
One of those two things. Even if he is insane, he'll still be super good at climbing, jumping, swimming, fighting, and resisting the effects of magic.
That's a
Sounds
problem for
cool.
later.
Yeah. Pigeon's like, I
That's
want
Want all of
foreshadow.
that, but
Like I said, we're about innovation too. Don't forget. Prime Speaker Vanifar, give her the note. Remind her what we're about.
tries
It's
to read
important.
note again, remembers can't read, puts it back down.
That's literally
Someone else's
it's not a code,
problem.
it's just common. You can't. Okay, you can't read. All right.
no, is anyone ever gonna teach Pigeon how to read?
Listen, teaching people to read is hard and it takes a long time.
And
does
she's a
do
very
that.
You
short
can,
You guys are like
you can
lazy,
speak
evil
common,
criminals.
you can
Yeah.
speak bug, like it's the
That's fine. I
fine.
speak a bunch of different languages at this
All right,
point. Let's
so you
go.
proceed onward, and you find yourself sort of descending down into the undergrowth of the Undercity. There is a woman there who is a Devkaran elf, one of the Deep City elves who live underground. She is stirring a cauldron of her own, which is just black iron. It's not technological in any way. She has
Cool.
a wooden paddle. Oh, I think it's probably a steel rod. There's a handle of a wooden paddle on the floor, and it's completely melted from the handle up. So she's stirring this potion. She looks at you, and then goes back to stirring. Shakes her head, goes back to stirring the potion. At which point, the rest of the party shows up. You found her. You found Pigeon.
Hi, Pigeon.
there you are, darling.
Is there like a tearful reunion? Do you hug him or?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go in for the hug, and I'm going to notice you're not sticky. Yeah, something happened. It's sort of to be expected with whatever the fuck is going on with your body. So like,
I met a
Puberty
I
from
met a
hell.
guy. There's a note. I gotta give it to somebody.
Like tries to. Note's still attached, but
Okay, so for Vanifar, is that okay? Cool.
To Courage Prime Speaker.
Yeah.
He signed it.
Nice.
He doesn't even. He's like, there's probably gonna be a new one.
Who's the prime? What is a prime speaker?
It's the leader of the Simic.
I was hoping. you'd
We're gonna
know
look at the
that.
lady stirring the pot. Do you know who the prime speaker is?
No, nor do I care.
What's in the
What
pot?
do
Is
you
that
want?
juice?
No.
Oh.
Well, I guess you could call it juice. I wouldn't drink it.
What is it? My-
Poison.
That's what you're making it for.
Oh.
For Viso.
Because you're not from here.
Yeah.
And you're going to
So?
go back. You know who I am?
No.
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 My name is Savra.
Oh shit.
I just supposed to say that. Oh shit.
I
Okay.
used to be the queen of the Golgari
Yeah.
until a person. It's really not one person. It's the Demir. The Demir. And they killed me.
Oh,
They
we're
did
here,
do
we're here,
that.
we're here to
Right.
kill the Demir.
It's sort not
Lovely
really.
coincidence.
We don't like the Demir either.
So, I imagine you've come here for my aid.
Yeah, we're trying to kill the things that. Have you noticed any like big ghosts or something around? We're not really sure what we're looking for.
You're gonna want to go that way.
Yeah, you're trying to give us some of that poison so we can feed it to it?
No, I want one of you to drink it.
Alright.
For what?
It'll make you stronger.
Cool.
And then when you come back to the land of the living, everything you touch that is of the Demir will die.
We may not want to. Hold on.
You're like,
Hold on, big guy.
Hey, did you know that
do
there's
I care
like
about that?
Yeah, I don't actually see that as a bad thing.
there's like a mean lich man who's sort
Who
of taken
determines
over your
whether it is
throne, by the
obsidian?
way. Ooh.
The brew will know. She just smiles evilly.
That's not the answer I wanted.
What did you think was gonna happen?
I
made
don't know. I
bad
just wanted to
juice.
see if you're going to be nice to me, crazy cauldron lady. But no. Yeah, I'll drink this shit. Why not?
Pogo.
Bogo's like, okie dokie.
There are people that work for the Namir that don't know it.
Yeah, well.
Ooh, gain 1 inspiration for that. That was nice.
Oh no.
I mean,
Like people that may not necessarily deserve it will die from a handshake if you do that.
Wear gloves. Nailed it.
that probably won't work. This seems like some, deep magic horse shit.
How's it work?
All right. So I'm stealing the rule that I have in my home games now, which is I want you to tell me how you think it works, and I will assign a difficulty of Arcana roll based on the plausibility.
The oils in your fingertips.
Yeah, okay,
The
we'll call that.
poison.
It's gonna be DC 17 Arcana check.
Okay. Well, shit. Okay.
You
I do
trained in
have.
Arcana?
I do have Arcana. Yeah, because I'm a druid. We forget about that because I never do any magic.
Yeah.
But
Do you have nature also?
Wait,
Because
yeah.
nature is
will
allowed.
will you roll my? Yeah. Here we go.
The big thing.
Chunky boy.
That's an
Oh, wow.
18
Correct
plus. All right. Well, they're both plus 5. So
Super 23.
it's a 23. That's super how it works now.
So, yeah,
you can wear gloves,
so-
actually.
You can mitigate the effects by like wearing gloves and changing how you live your life, but there's still going to be a risk.
If there's one thing that hasn't really ever bothered me, it's killing strangers through no fault of my own.
Cool.
Yeah, that tracks too. Yes.
City of Thieves.
Yeah,
Is this like again? Is this a magic thing?
Who, Sever?
No.
No, the fucking potion or whatever that is. Is it magical?
Probably, yeah.
100%.
Okay. Well, it's a good
Probably
thing
super
it's a good thing I have to
magic.
spell magic.
Gonna rock on this 9th level curse from a legendary creature. See how it goes.
I mean, she's gonna constantly be doing it too, like
Every
until
day. Just
she
like,
eventually
"Oh."
gets it.
Uh-huh.
She'll eventually beat it.
The ghost of Savra is like, damn you, 5e mechanics!
Uh-huh.
She will eventually give it a try.
Feels right. Yeah.
Alright. So she takes out a mug. It's like, you're gonna want to drink this quickly before the mug melts.
What's it gonna do to his throat?
Bottoms
Into a
up.
frothing brew.
I'm actually just gonna stick my trunk into the cauldron and do the elephant style.
Oh boy, so you
that's
have
so
like
gnarly.
just burning nose
Yeah, yeah,
hairs
yeah.
and burning esophagus.
And I'm gonna
He was
dump
like,
it. Yeah.
Pogo's
Alright.
really gotten.
For the remainder
Pogo's very
of your
metal.
time in the ley lines, you have resistance to damage.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That is
Great
going
thing
to
our
be
tank got that.
super nice with the, well, we'll get there later.
All right.
What else do you do? What do you do?
I got a spell called Warding Bond, which is I give you a ring and I wear a ring, and we both wear these rings. The one person, the one I give the ring to, gets +1 to their armor class and saving throws.
Nice.
They also have resistance to all damage. Trick is, I take the same amount of damage they do. However, if I also have resistance to all damage, I end up taking 1/4 of the damage, you take half the damage, and it's nice.
If you're taking
That's-
half the damage, and I'm taking 1/4 of the damage. Who's driving the bus?
I can't drive.
Pogo refuses to wear glasses because they mess up
Do you
his
have the
profile.
drive still? No. All right. Anyway, so
Do you have vehicle proficiency?
with your assembled party of various boons and buffs, also Razia the Archangel is there, and Rurik Thar, who have just sort of been like awkwardly standing in the background this whole time. Every
Who
time
are
Rurik
you?
Thar goes to like push over a cauldron or like hit something, Razia's just like psh, just like slaps his hand, just gives him the look, and that
What about
That
the
has not
Dorians?
boiled
Weren't they supposed
over
to be sending
into
something
virus.
for us?
into violence. You guys actually got a bunch of like temporary hit points and spell slots and stuff back from them.
Did
If
we?
you don't have it on your sheet, no time to go back and watch the tape now.
Oh,
I got my
I think I'm
spell slots
back all
back
the
from
way
being
up.
dead.
Wait, you died?
Oh yeah.
He died and
Yeah,
got
you
brought
should have
back
gotten,
by
like,
the
temporary
Yeah,
points or
Razia
something.
shoved a sword through my
Oh,
chest
yeah,
and
he
I
died.
died.
He was dead.
I'm really
does.
glad you came back from the dead. That's really handy.
It was one of those divine test things. Don't even worry about
Oh,
it.
wow.
It was like, oh, I'm going to kill you unless you yield or whatever. And I'm like, nah. So
Your
then she
adventures-
killed me.
Your
You're like,
adventures
"Dude,
here
bitch."
have been weird.
Do it.
Yeah,
bitch.
I was dead for an hour.
Oh,
Do you know what it's like to be dead as an Azorius Dead or Night while you're stuck in the ley lines of Ravnica?
No.
Yeah, actually, neither do I.
Doesn't remember it.
Oh.
All I remember is it being
Aw.
sort of fuzzy. Nice and warm and fuzzy.
Anyway.
Sounds
All right.
It was nice.
So, this conversation
Dying
is happening
sounds
as you
good.
guys are walking down the only path available to you at this point, as the fog rolls in behind you and just covers up these buildings, leaving nothing in its wake. You find yourselves abruptly standing in a completely different kind of architecture. There is sand on the ground. There is a stone path in front of you. There are pyramids on either side, all the way into the distance, and around this area is a sand hurricane of dust. Standing in front of you, there is, you might call it a shadow if shadows were made of kaleidoscopes of light. The shape
Pretty.
resolves into, you're going to call it a dragon. You know what dragons look like. You've seen dragons. They're heavy-bodied creatures that walk on all fours and have wings and saurian jaws. This dragon stands like a man. It has opposable thumbs. Its head is
this
more
Nicobolus?
snake-like.
Dragon
And it
furry.
has two horns that go all the way up, like this, with a gemstone between them.
Is this fucking Nicobolus?
That's
Is
pretty.
it?
Ah.
In front of him is all around him there are legions of skeletal warriors that are draped in shadow. Like, you just can't see them. But most of them are headed into portals right now, or getting assembled, as there are these gigantic holes in reality that they are getting ready to go through.
Has he seen us?
He's waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's your
It's
deal?
Nicobolus.
There are three of them, three of these skeletons also standing in front of him. Razia pulls her flaming sword out. Rick and Thar are both just like, finally, something cool is happening.
Yeah, we waited a long time for that, huh, buddies?
All right, roll initiative.
Ah,
Oh boy!
I guess.
Yeah.
Are we rolling into the?
fuck. 21.
Sweet. Why are you sad about that?
Because I'm a bard. I don't go first.
Neither do I. I got a 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I got
Oh, hey,
21.
no, hold on. Plus.
And also the thing I worry about,
Is it
this is gonna be
plus
like
your
my one
dexterity
good roll for
modifier?
the
It
rest of
is.
the session.
All right. Well, I got a 4.
I got a
Initiative.
2.
It's fine, don't worry
I
about
rolled a 3, got a 2.
Woof, bud.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
So we encounter what I assume is Nicobolus. He was waiting for us, and we're being attacked by skeletons.
Yep.
it. And Nicobolus.
Oh, he is fighting us.
What's a
Fucking great.
Nicobolus? What's
Oh
a-
yeah, I'm going to
Out
go
of
ahead
here-
and have given you the ring at this point.
That
Skeleton,
it's pretty.
frickin',
Yeah. It's made of platinum. Don't eat it.
Alright.
She's like already like onto the.
Nope.
Razia and Rook
And
Thar.
remember, if you want to eat it, don't please. These are 50 gold a pop. I can reuse them, but not if you eat them.
I have
Then they are
so
covered in
many
poop.
gold.
Okie dokie. Alright, what we get for initiative? Pigeon or Pogo?
2.
Pogo got a 2. Cool. Alright, Pigeon, what'd you get for initiative?
4.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Hold on. I've been thinking about this, dude. It's actually good that I'm going
21.
to be very late.
Alright, who has Arcana here?
I do.
Alright,
I got +5.
Alana, I want
Same.
you to roll me an Arcana check as a bonus action.
15.
So, you don't know this person? Like, yes, out of character, 100%. That is Bolus's silhouette.
Uh-huh.
You don't know who the hell that is in character.
Yeah.
What you also know is that this is not, it is not a real person like you guys, and it is not an echo, a leyline echo like your allies. You're pretty sure that this is like, you've seen some entities of sufficient power be able to project like a psychic image of themselves, or otherwise like create an extension of their consciousness, or you've heard of this happening, or you've heard songs about it. You're pretty sure it's that.
So this is just not real?
Yeah,
Or
it
he's
is.
not real, or everything's not real?
The ley lines are real and not real.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not the physical person. This is like an extension of his will.
Okay, but the skeletons are they're real.
They are also like an extension of his will.
Okay, so they're not really there?
Not really, but
Sort of.
for the purposes of this fight, they are very real.
Yeah, like we
Okay.
can still die for sure.
Okay.
Alana, what would you like to do?
I'm good at it.
Cast suggestion. Dance for my bolus.
That would be very cool and
Also,
super
now
dope.
that we have initiative and this super high stakes fight is about to happen, do we want to take a break?
I mean, we got started kind of late. Do we need a break?
Do we need a break?
We only have like
I'm
50
fine.
minutes to go.
No,
Gucci?
let's just do a
All right,
sing.
let's fight him.
Yeah.
We can break when they're dead.
I'm finally gonna turn into a creature
true.
from Magic the Gathering.
Magical gathering creatures?
It's about time. I've only ever done the D&D ones, and I'm like, but there's this whole weird crew of things that I could turn into that are horrible.
How close are the skeletons to us?
Horrible.
They are approximately
Like, are they like...
30 feet away.
Okay, yeah, so they're not like right on top of us.
Yeah. The big man himself is about 45. He's up on some stairs.
Okay.
Lightning
How do we
bolt.
fight?
Bust out your 2 Steps from Hell Pompeii playlist because
Yeah,
it's
but
happening.
if I do lightning bolt, I have the chance of mostly just hitting one of them.
Fireball.
But that's what I mean. That's a waste of a lightning bolt to hit a fucking skeleton.
Maybe not. There's 3 of them, and they're Nicol Bolas's personal bodyguards.
Hey, nice.
I'll cast shatter
That's pretty good.
Shatter.
because they're all
That feels
standing near
good.
each other.
That feels right.
Yeah.
What's the radius of shatter?
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay,
So that's
you
right.
can-
So it's 20 feet diameter. If they're
Yeah.
within,
10 feet. 10 feet. Yeah, you can hit everybody.
yeah, I'll hit all 3
Dope.
of them then.
All right.
They get a Constitution save.
Yep.
Con save for undead creatures. You get some d20s going.
Is that high?
What is the DC?
Is it my spell? 14 for me.
Okay, 2 pass, 1 fail.
Okay, so the guy that fails gets 3d8 damage.
And the other ones get half.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't think Shatter has that.
I think it.
Pretty sure it does.
I'll look, but I'm pretty sure Shatter, it doesn't have a... I think if you beat the con save, it doesn't apply to you.
Let's
Because
find out.
they're very good.
What's up? What are you laughing at?
A Nurid Bark Ripper. When it croaks, so do you.
Shatter. 10-foot
It's so tough it
radius.
can frighten itself into hiding.
A creature takes 3 on a failed save. Okay, yeah, so it is half as much on a successful one.
Sweet.
Okay. So if it's 3d8, it's what, 1d8?
No. You
No,
roll
you
the
just
number
roll
then-
and take it in
Alright,
half.
So
Oh, okay.
10 divided by 2 is 5.
What?
So one of them takes 10 damage, the other ones take 5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they're skeletons, they can't have that much.
Is it 3d8 damage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3d8.
Shatter? Okay. Skeleton 1.
I just had my good pencil. Oh. Still
Would there
have
be a kind of beastie that I'm better at turning into?
What circle did you take?
Immune.
Oh, yeah, we'll do
Or-
it. We'll do it when we get to Fonzo's turn.
Cool.
Take care of that. All right. Next up is going to be
Nicholas Bicolas.
Nicholas Bicolas himself. He is going to cast Mind Breath.
What?
So he opens his mouth and what is shaped like flame comes out, but it still has that kaleidoscopic 2D quality.
Cool, cool.
He is going to blast a random target because he does not know you from Adam. Alana with it. I need you to make me a DC 14 intellect save.
Intellect save.
Yep. You're looking at 42 psychic damage, save for half.
Oh, dude. What is this again? An intellect?
Yeah.
So is it intelligence?
Mhm.
Okay.
You get +2 to it from my charisma.
Aura
'Cause I'm
of
good at it.
sweetness.
Okay, cool. So I get
Aw,
+4.
nice.
So
Paladin
please be
style.
a 10 or more. Of course.
Yeah.
So I'm too short.
All right. So that is going to be 42 psychic damage or 21 psychic damage, and the real Bolus knows who you are.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Sounds good.
Fuck.
Well,
Alana's used to knowing her name. So 21 damage.
Yep. All right. So you get blasted by this, and for a second, you feel your mind transposed with someone else's. You are a god pharaoh. You came to this plane and remade it in your image. You harvested every single person on it for a singular purpose.
That's pretty
Conquest.
cool.
You turn them into undead, Lazotep-plated skeletons. And a psychic projection of yours is currently sowing discord on Ravnica, but it's being attacked by random strangers. So you have exchanged consciousness with one of them to see what the hell is going on inside her head.
So,
And then you're back.
so Nicobolus is the Leyline Phantasm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
All right, so that was his turn. Razia is going to go.
So wait, did I see all of this?
Yes, you did.
Oh, great.
So now you know.
Yeah, you
Now
get the
you
distinct
know.
impression that he thinks that there's not much you can do about it.
Okay, but from that, can I like determine who he is based on?
You know his name is Nicobolus, and he's like a weird
I mean, if she knows everyone else, like
planeswalking dragon.
That's what I mean. If she knows of everyone like Zadek and all that shit, like I feel like she could probably know
so
him.
you
know of
could
him.
have known about Zadek because he is a person who exists on your plane. This is like an alien from space.
Yeah.
So you
I
now
thought,
know.
I'm sorry, I thought Nicobolus was just.
he's not from
No,
Ravnica.
he
Oh.
has not been to Ravnica until.
But yeah, now you
soon.
know about him.
Oh,
And
okay.
that'll be super relevant later. All right.
Oh, great.
He's got some legendary actions he's gonna do later. But it's gonna be. What would you guys like Razia to do?
Realistic.
Does she do like divine damage?
Yes.
That
She's
seems
also
like a good thing
Yeah,
to sort of
maybe
channel.
help me beat up the skeletons.
real good at ass whooping.
Yeah.
The skeletons.
Okay, so her four wings are gonna spread. She was gonna leap into the air with a flaming sword and just bring it to the skeletons,
Uh huh.
angel style. Maybe not. Maybe not at all.
God
So
damn
she
it.
swings at the both of them, and you've seen undead move. They're sort of like halting and slow, as though their spirit was unwillingly bound to their body, and they don't really have much of their old skills. These skeletons move like warriors in their prime. They just leap the hell out of the way. They have shields and spears. They get around her. They form a phalanx. Like, these undead move unlike any you've ever seen before.
Shit.
All right.
That sucks.
Rurik Thar's turn. Well, it's Rurik's turn. Thar's going to go after him.
That's fair.
Rurik is going to move their body up close enough to hit one of them with an axe. He hits for 3d12 plus 5 damage.
Holy poot. That is
Yikes.
many.
That's 29
29.
damage on a skeleton, who amazingly is still alive.
Scumbly boy.
I was about to say that's a lot of damage. They've all at this point at least taken 34 damage and they're still alive.
Only one of them has taken that
Well,
much
yeah,
damage.
yeah, but I'm just saying though. I assume they all have the same.
And then on Thar's go, he's going to try and grab that skeleton, pick him up, and throw him into another skeleton.
Cool,
Hell
cool.
yeah. That's what's up.
You go, buddy.
Ah! I'm having so much fun!
It's just really nice to make friends.
Athletics check.
I feel you,
fucking,
bud.
what are Rurik Thar's athletics at these days?
So shit.
Grapple check plus 10. Cool.
It's not a part of the Demir that was doing the Leyline Phantasm.
Dee-da-da, be-ba-ba.
Be-na-na,
That
be-na-na.
is
At
interesting.
long last. I've been waiting like 6 months. All right. Nope. Gets yeeted for 3d6 damage. Wow. Holy crap. So that's 17.
Cool, cool.
All right. 22 damage. So Rurik, who is a 10-foot tall ogre with 2 heads,
Nice.
who does not have the dad bod that normal ogres have. He is, in fact, looks like he's made of like one piece of carved wood from a chainsaw.
That's
Just
what's up.
ripped.
Stomps up, grabs one dude, crushes his rib cage, uses him to hit another guy for half of his hit points, throws it away, and then looks at Bolus like,
Feels right.
Ugh.
What level
I
of
love the
creature
big
do you think I
boys.
could turn into?
it's equal to your level, which is 7. So CR 7 or less. I'm not going to have to get out the Allosaurus mini. Is it time? All right,
I'm just looking at all these things. I was like, well.
All right, the skeletons are going to go. They're going to try and keep Rurik Thar trapped in combat. Because Bolus has Arcana checks and he knows what Rurik Thar is capable of. They are going to attack him a total of 4 times. His armor class is not great, and these dudes are real good at hitting.
Why are you so mean?
So Rurik Thar sucks.
You right.
All right, so we're going to do a total of 48 plus 16 damage And they are battle masters, so they're going to add
A lot of
a
things.
couple of saving throws on top of that. And like 2 more d8s. Oh, the joy of druids.
Is that right? I thought it was half level.
I'm pretty sure it's right. You should look it up.
So,
Yeah.
I hope you're prepared for a charging binocs, cause
I'm ready for
the
anything.
Shit that
I'm
to
ready for
bust
anything,
out.
baby. Alright, so they deal a total of 46 damage to Rurik Thar, and he has to make 2 strength saving throws to not be knocked prone. DC 15. Pass.
Fail.
Well, strength saving throws is one of the things he can do.
Has to be a 7.
Yeah, pass.
Oh wow, so you passed both. Nice.
So yeah, they stab him in the arms and legs. One of them gets on his axe arm,
Nice.
and they like yank with all of their strength. They're kicking him in the knees and like pushing his center of gravity. He's just like, yeah! It's like watching Jason Momoa fight a bunch of toddlers. Just like,
Hell yeah. Let's go. I would pay to watch that. That pay-per-view fight would immediately be in my queue. I'm like,
check in for my
well,
next live stream.
sorry.
Jason Momoa fighting a bunch of toddlers.
He's
Or
like,
the Rock. Either one.
I'm really sorry. Oh God, I'm really sorry.
All right. So do we need to look up Druid Wild Shape? Do we have a ruling on it?
Do you have a ruling on Druid Wild Shape?
Level divided by 3.
What?
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
I mean, CR7 creatures are very powerful.
They are. Well, that's fine, because I still have something cool to turn into.
I mean, you can still turn into a CR2 boy.
Yeah, I'm turning into a battering Crassus now.
So at second level, it's max CR divided by 4. At fourth level, it's max CR divided by 2. And then at 8th level, it's 1.
No. At second level, you can be a CR1 quarter creature.
Oh, okay. So that's max.
But yeah, that's what it is normally, but as a druid at the moon, you can be CR 1/3 your level.
Ooh. That is pretty spicy.
Yeah, it's way better, but you
It
still can't turn
just
into
means I'm at
disgusting things.
2.
1/3 your level. Round it up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still at... Well, rounded all the way up?
No, it's
Like, does
rounded
that make
down.
me a... Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine.
We gonna round up.
All right.
Round up.
CR3 then.
We gonna round up.
It's only fair. You're fighting CR3 creatures.
We are doing that.
Time to be a CR3 creature.
I don't
All right.
believe it.
Click clack, click clack.
Pigeon, do you want to hold your action, or are you good to go?
I'll hold for a second.
Okay.
Pogo. You're
Uh,
going, Pigeon. You're on deck.
That's chill.
cool. I'm going to go ahead and channel divinity, such that the people around me must make a wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
or not be able to run away from me.
Okay. Is there like additional bonus effect on this, or is it just
No,
this
it
is
just keeps them within 30 feet of me.
a thing that you do?
It's a thing I do.
One skeleton passes.
Cool.
Leyline Phantasm, aka Psychic Projection of Bolus, fails.
Cool. Yeah, and then I'm going to stabinate one of the undead that is still standing.
Hiya!
Hi ho, Silver.
Hiya!
Attack roll. Whatcha?
17.
Plus 9.
That
So,
hits.
Jesus.
Yeah,
26.
so I'm going to smite on this with a first level spell slot.
Smiting on him.
So it's going to be an extra 2d8, so it is going to be a d10 and 2d8 plus
You need a
6? Yeah. And it's radiant damage.
Hiya!
So 12 plus 18.
Yeah,
18.
radiant damage.
18 radiant. You kill the one that was wounded by being struck by another skeleton.
Cool.
The one that was, that
Then
one
I'm
that was in
going
his
to
hand
hit
is
the
dead,
remaining
right?
one.
Okay.
Also.
The one that
Go
was
for
in
it.
his hand is dead, right?
Yes.
Okay, just double checking.
Super dead.
What did
That's
I
a
roll?
7.
A 7.
16.
16 will miss by 2.
Ah,
Hmm.
okay.
With the shield.
I've got advantage. Do you want to take a point of inspiration?
I might.
I got like 3 of them, homie.
I only have one.
I have 5.
Yeah, if one of you want to score an inspiration, it's that.
I'll throw an
Yeah,
inspiration.
you wanna
at
throw
to
a
give it
bitch some
try.
inspiration?
Rerolls that?
Ah! Natural 1.
Well, that's unfortunate. I will take the better of the two.
Would you like to turn your natural 1 into a critical failure for inspiration?
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
You're gonna trip over your own feet, face plant.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, so basically, you are not prepared for the speed and efficacy of this creature. You strike at it with the spear. It raises its shield, and the plating on it just sort of sends your spear in 8 different directions, like just refracts the radiant light. And while you are blinded, it strikes quickly at you. It's going to do its full attack.
Cool, cool.
A bonus turn. Misses twice. Because he sucks.
Sweet.
All right. No consequences. Free inspiration. Hell
That's
yeah.
dope. You just
Yeah.
never spent yours.
It's okay.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, Lord. It's
Your
Pigeon's turn. What is
All
about to
right.
happen?
So
Fuck
she's
up,
been like
Bolus.
going through, the different like beasts that she could possibly turn into,
It's
and
like a menu select
goes,
screen with a bunch of different animals.
Uh-huh.
It's like scrolling.
yeah, it goes with the battering Crassus to just charge into the
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like she doesn't super know what would take this guy down, but enough like physical damage to kind of pin him
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
like a good plan for Pigeon. So
All right.
just trample is this thing's strong suit.
Okay.
So
What's that based on? Like a rhino or something?
it's a hammerhead shark, and a rhino had a horrific giant
It's a
baby.
hammerhead shark on a rhino body.
Yeah, I know about
Yeah.
battering
Yeah.
crashes the card. What is the actual stat block you're using?
Oh, that sounds
No, we
like
got
a
you, we
problem
got
for
you.
you now.
I guess it is. I suppose so.
Sorry, bud.
Fucking got me. Jesus.
Yeah, I would say probably a
Alright, so
rhino.
looking for a CR3 trample
CR3
boy.
beast.
Yeah. Give me that
Alright.
good trample boy.
Ankylosaurus.
Give me that good trample boy. Let's
Alright.
go. Send me that page if you don't mind.
Fucking Pigeon would go with a shark mixed with a rhino.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a Simic thing too.
All right, so you have 15 armor class, 68 hit points. You can hit people with your head, +7 to hit, 18 damage, and they have to make a strength saving throw or be knocked on their ass.
Feels good.
Yep.
Let's go.
Roll your dice.
Reasonable facsimile
Alright.
for a Krasis.
We got there.
8 plus, what is that?
8
Because
plus
you got
7.
the 8 plus 7,
15?
so 15?
This is
15 against a bolus. What'd you say it was? 15?
Yeah.
That is just a miss.
For a second, I was like, oh, don't tell me he has to be
I
a
mean,
nat
I
20 or
could
anything.
also go with my inspiration. If it's just a miss.
go for it. Why not?
All right.
You're gonna roll again?
Oh, no, I don't even have to. I got a Cyto charge.
Oh yeah.
I have it. Yeah, I've
Does
got
that give
2
you-
of them now.
No, it doesn't give you advantage on attack rolls. Just
Oh,
skills.
just skills. Well,
Yeah.
you know what?
Use that inspiration.
Same roll. God
Well,
damn it.
Have you considered being better?
I'll use my
Have
Bardic
I
inspiration.
inspiration? Gonna give her a
considered,
D8?
No. I'm gonna use one of my inspiration to see if she can't
You could
reroll
just
that
give her
again.
Bardic inspiration. Give her
Okay,
a D8.
fine.
You
Fine.
could. That
just
would make
saying.
more sense.
Fine.
Yeah,
Bardic
plus-
inspiration. Add a D8.
All right.
8-sided die.
Here.
Where's the, yeah.
That one.
Going.
Yeah.
Thank
Found
you.
Hey,
Plus 6.
That'll hit.
That'll done
So
do
21. Yeah.
do you want to roll damage or take the flat number? We gotta roll damage. for
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure. Let me give you.
How many
4
dice do you need, homie?
D6 in.
Well, I got this
you
D6.
go.
Is that
Release.
spicy for you? All right.
Bonk!
Oh wow. 5, 8, 14.
14 damage. And you must make a DC 14 saving throw or be knocked prone. I would hate to burn a legendary resistance on not falling down. But bullets would
That
do
would be very,
Yeah, he would.
very
He
nice.
will
though.
not fall down.
That's all right. She'll bite his
Burn the
ankles.
legendary resistance.
Nice.
Yeah, he won't. He's not gonna get plowed by a rhino.
Pride cometh before a fall.
Literally.
That was nice.
She's gonna bite at his shins. It doesn't
So,
do anything.
He fails
We're
to
just gonna
save
do
and would
it.
be knocked prone,
Yeah.
but because he is a legendary creature, he has a thing called legendary actions. One of them he can use to automatically pass saving throws.
3
So-
times.
Yeah, up to 3 times. But he's actually going to use the other 2 at the end of your turn to cast a spell.
Uh oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
He is going to cast a 4th level spell called Illusory Terrain.
Fuck.
You guys are in a maze.
Am
Well,
I-
I'm
is it my
currently
turn
on
again?
top of this bitch, so I don't know how I'm gonna
Is
be
it my turn
confused
again?
by where he is, though.
There was a bolus there before. There's a wall there now.
Yep.
But again,
she
is it,
might just keep charging the
Crash through
fucking
the
wall.
wall.
is it my turn?
1
Is it me
second.
again?
Yes, it is.
Dispel
Y'all
Y'all should have seen that coming from a mile away.
All right, Dispel Magic. Let's look up how it works.
If it's 4th level and above, it's a spell ability check, 10 plus the spell level.
yeah,
I
so
have a-
DC 14.
DC 14.
But I get a +6 to my spell casting.
Yep.
It'll be fine.
So please, for the love of God, don't roll low.
Roll an 8. Roll a 6.
Oh my god, bardic inspiration.
You can't do that on yourself.
I'm not doing it on myself. I'm gonna use, or sorry, not with bardic inspiration. I'm just gonna
A
use an
point of inspiration.
Regular
Yes,
old.
I have
Okay.
5 points of inspiration to spend.
You've been saucing on people. You got that inspiration.
Yeah.
That's how this game works.
13. So yeah, 19.
That'll done do it.
So you're looking around, you're in a maze, like, what the fuck? And also you have, like, the battering Crassus's brain is approximately the
Yeah.
size of an apricot. So
Yeah.
you're like,
What?
you hear violin music, and then there's no maze anymore, and you're just like, you're looking through the world in a straw, and then you see a bolus through the straw, and you're like,
It's just like the Kill Bill sirens. It's like, weep, weep. Just ready to take him
I forgot how
out.
much I love this game.
Yeah.
All right, we're all out of legendary actions.
Excellent.
Well used, bolus, you fucking idiot.
He is an idiot.
to make sure that he doesn't fall down.
Yep.
Yeah. you
Yeah.
got it.
I mean, I would have murdered him
And like we said,
if he
like
were
this,
on the ground.
like this is.
Yeah.
You said before
I'm
that
working
I know
on it,
this
homie.
is a projection.
I'm gonna
correct?
help you
Like,
out
none
with
of
that.
This is
Yeah.
like, he's not really here.
Yes.
Okay, can I make that known?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what is it? What is it called? Like Alana would know what it's
He's a
actually
psychic projection! Alana
Okay,
cries.
Yeah.
Those of you who, you're like, I kind of understand where she's coming from, and you don't fucking know what that means.
Yeah, it's cool.
He's
Cool.
not
I'm
really
gonna kick his
here,
ass.
darling.
Sure hurt like he
It's
was.
all
fifth
an
level
illusion.
spell I gave this guy. 1 second.
It's a very real illusion.
the
but it's
pigeon
not-
is
So not functionally different than real
Yeah.
is where we're at.
My point is, if we defeat him here, he's not really here.
We're cool, but like I'm not gonna stop killing him.
You know the meme with like the woman and all the math equations
Mhm.
like that, but just the
Alright, so
battering
he is
boy
going
is
to,
Yeah.
like that's
yeah.
where she's at.
He is going to cast a spell. Basically,
you're
he
kidding.
raises one hand like this, and then brings it down like that, and it kind of feels like your brain stopped working. Like you went from 8 hours of sleep to 0 hours of sleep to like negative 72 hours of sleep. Like that's what it feels like.
Jeepers,
Like,
mister.
just zoned out.
Synaptic static from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. 20-foot radius is going to hit pretty much everyone. You need to make an intellect saving throw.
Damn it, that's not the
If you have an
thing's
intellect or
strong
2 or
suit.
less, you can't be affected by the spell.
Wait.
Unfortunately, even Rothar passes that test.
Does the Ankylosaurus?
Yeah, do I?
Let's look it up.
Let me see them stats. 'Cause I feel like the intellect's real low. Do I pass?
You're too dumb for this to work.
The battery
All
crisis-
she knows is must destroy.
The selling point of the battery crisis.
Free.
Too stupid to be affected by enchantments.
Yep.
And what do we have to roll to pass
All right.
this?
DC. When is the spell to save DC on this bad boy? DC 14 intellect test.
Okay.
Or some bad things happen.
Cool, cool. If you're within 10 feet of me, you get a +2. So Rurik
oh.
saw.
So
So, yeah.
before you roll your saves, Rurikthar has a reaction to this.
Cool.
When you cast a spell within 15 feet of Rurikthar, you take 66 psychic damage. Wisdom save for half.
That's very cool. That seems super handy.
Just like the magic card.
Even us, like us as a team.
Apparently not, because you've
Okay.
already cast spells.
Well, I'm just saying though. I was like, is this something you forgot? We're
Add
gonna come back
him.
and do?
Is it add him?
Or you figured it out and you stood more than 15 feet away from him.
It's
Oh,
more.
fair
He
enough.
just
Let's
he gets
say
his
that.
own little bubble.
Yes, we're not
Personal
We're
space.
not,
He's
I'm
the bubble
assuming
bully.
at this point, given the deal problem that
Oh
we've
boy.
had.
There's so many things on there.
10,
Wait, but
9, 19.
you said that Nicol Bolas was like 45 feet away, so he's not in range of this either, is he?
I think he is.
He is, 'cause he
cast
it, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, did he really?
I would have flown a safe distance away if I didn't have a fucking battering crisis smashing my
ankles.
kneecaps.
Yep.
All right. So he's going to take 19
Goes down
damage.
smooth.
It bleeds. The god can bleed. 19 damage.
Oh, so he does legit tear, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Can you send me those rhino stats? No, I'll just look up the rhino stats.
Ankylosaurus.
Okay, all right.
Ankylosaurus 5e, and you'll find it.
You
Okay,
will.
intellect saves for
Oh,
you two.
Now I have to.
and
fucking-
Rithar and Razia.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Thank God they spelled it for me.
Ah, damn it.
It's not my strong suit.
I'm gonna roll a bardic, or my, not bardic, I'm gonna roll 20.
I'm just gonna
inspiration
suck it
on
up.
It's just so
Get a
dumb.
straw.
I can't take much more damage.
That's true. You've gotten hit.
Yeah,
yet. I
he
have
took
not.
away half my shit at one time.
Yeah.
Like I'm.
On a quarter damage. Woo.
Okay, yeah, that super passes 21.
Yeah. Save for half. 8d6. Woo.
Oh crap! I'm probably knocked out.
That's fine. We can fix that.
Can we though?
All right. So that is
12.
10.
It's 22.
16, 22 psychic damage.
I take
Say
11.
I'm at -3.
I'll get you back up. Don't worry.
Rukthar, intellect test, nat 20. Razia, intellect test, also passes.
Nice.
11 damage each. Killing me, bro.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you said
Pigeon looks
half?
around.
Yeah.
Just like,
Okay, well, then never mind. I'm not at...
Yay.
Oh,
thought-
wait.
I
I actually
thought
still
we
have
got-
temporary hit points.
Yeah. So I had
So I have 9 temporary hit
so
points
yeah,
left.
I have 8 hit points left.
Woo! Now that's a fight.
So I forgot you were left-handed.
All right,
until
so
the second
mostly
I'm
because we
not.
didn't address
one.
it
No,
now.
you just do it.
In the chaos of combat,
right.
you guys realize that you haven't actually seen Fawns at all. And then we will do a quick rewind to the beginning of the fight.
Uh-huh.
Fonza's going to try and sneak around so he can get behind this dragon and stab him. And then we zoom out of this glowing line that you guys are fighting in into the real Ravnica. The camera goes to Rick's Mahdi, where the Vargul, Master of Cruelties, is sitting on a beanbag chair watching two people whip each other.
Nice.
Sort of like idly. And then his eyes snap open and they're glowing blue, and his body explodes, and a different demon comes out of
Oh
it.
God. Well, that'll do
Nice.
it.
This other demon is a creature of wings and shadow. It's got like 1,000 hands coming out of its chest, and it has a horrible face and a sorceress of whispers.
So it's not what his mother would
surrounds it.
say.
Both of the
It is,
people
actually.
who see
Oh,
it
shit.
come out immediately lose their minds and their memories.
Nice.
It flashes over to the ley line. Melek's like, ah! And then it goes into the ley line, and it snaps one of its hands, and all of the lines on Fonz's chest explode into flame, and he goes unconscious. Like that.
Yikes, bud.
It does suck
That's
to
the
suck.
kind of effect that I want to have on people, though.
Yeah.
Like they just go insane and like they lose their memories.
Yeah.
Like I want to have that effect.
So
when I walk
I
into a
actually
room.
wrote, this is like a quick aside, I wrote an RPG after I watched what's the show about the two angels who are in love with each other?
Good Omens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I immediately went to panty and stocking. I was like, panty and stocking.
All right, so I wrote an RPG based on Good Omens where you play as angels.
Hell
and you're,
yeah.
like, trying to help humans do things, but
Yeah.
I thought
you
one
don't
was
have
a
to roll to
demon.
like do things.
He's a fallen
But
angel.
you have to roll to see how the humans react to it. You
That's
also
awesome.
can't show them your face because they'll lose their minds.
That's
so it's
so
actually
excellent.
it's so difficult to get humans to do things when you're an angel, even though you have like godlike power.
Yeah.
It's a fun RPG.
Fear not. And they're
Meanwhile,
like, ah,
back
you're
in
just like you're
reality.
just eyes and wings. That's
Mhm.
terrifying.
That's
yeah.
what I am.
Like, I knew that
Alright,
there
so
was
he
a
casts
reason that I couldn't
spell,
look directly at
let's
you.
see.
Mhm.
Did anyone actually fail the save?
Yeah.
I didn't fail.
Okay.
I did great.
So you
I don't have a
will
brain.
be subtracting a d6 from your attack rolls and ability checks for as long as he maintains concentration.
Oh, oh, concentration.
Concentration.
You know how it's
About
really
to get stomped.
Yeah. do you know how it's really hard to concentrate when you're being stabbed by an angel and just like bludgeoned.
Yeah.
All right, Razia's gonna get to work on these skeletons, trying to not
Oh.
look like a total dunce.
There's only one left, right?
She's gonna get to work on the skeleton,
There we go.
trying to look like a dunce. Just rolling like garbage. Gets one hit.
What's she doing?
She's
Gets
having a
in
hard
there.
time
She's,
today.
yeah, it's not her day. She
Well,
already killed me. Like,
Yeah.
she's tired.
That's true.
That was a bad
That's
call.
fair. That's fair. She had to resurrect you.
Mhm.
I guess after that.
That's tiring. It's thirsty work.
Yep.
19.
Oh, you thirsty angel.
23.
Wank.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hits for 23 damage. Messes him up. What good?
That's
And
what we
Rourke
like.
and Thar are gonna go.
Out of curiosity, like, would we in this world know what a planeswalker is?
No.
Okay.
Like you've just now been rudely awakened to the fact that there are apparently other realities.
Mhm.
other
Yeah,
than
yeah.
Ravnica.
But I just meant like, well, because again, I don't play Magic.
Yeah,
did
so
roll
So I don't
on
know,
the-
like, if people
planeswalkers
actually
are a
understand
thing
what a
on
planeswalker
Ravnica. Like, there are more planeswalkers on Ravnica than most places.
Yeah.
But it's
It's-
pretty esoteric
Yeah, and
knowledge.
it's not public knowledge either.
Yeah.
Okay, but see, that's what I mean. I was like, would we know of the word planeswalker?
No.
Or okay.
Yeah, they don't
Doo-doo.
publicize themselves.
Pigeon
Thor's
assumed
gonna
that
chomp.
everybody knew about planeswalkers and like didn't want to look real stupid, so she's just been rolling with it,
Yep.
which is basically how she gets through all of these encounters.
Yeah.
It's just
All
like,
right.
I knew that.
31 damage on
That's
a
what I'm saying. Like, she
skeleton.
can't,
Yeah.
she can't tell you guys it's a planeswalker because we don't know what planeswalkers are.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is what I meant. Like,
Yeah.
she
It's a
can't.
skeleton.
She's not actually gonna know
It's
that.
doing
term.
a thing.
So
Weird.
Thar looks over to you and he's like, "Am I throwing the skeleton?" Or Thar looks over after Rourke finishes killing the skeleton with the axe. And he's like, "Am I throwing that skeleton or am I throwing you?" You purposefully fail your athletics save.
I do.
Urthar grabs you and throws you at the bolus psychic projection.
Cool, cool,
You will
That's
take
very
3d6 damage
Cool.
as well as bolus.
cool.
Wait, do I take the same damage that you do?
So-
No.
Oh, it's just the other way
Yeah.
around. I turn into a big beastie.
10
You less to worry about.
bludgeoning damage.
Cool. Can I make an opportunity attack along with this?
Upon whomst?
Bolus.
No.
All right.
Aw.
You're the one. I know it looks like he's moving, but you're actually the one who's moving.
Yes. I just wanted to see if I could get the bit. All right.
Relative movement. That's not how that works. All right.
Sadness.
Do.
Haha, you said doo-doo.
He did say doo
I
doo.
did say doo.
I heard it.
Yeah.
All right, pigeon.
Hey.
I feel like I know what you're gonna
She
If you can knock him prone,
She
I
gonna
will
bash
fuck him
the
up.
boy. Yeah.
do.
She's just boof. All right.
Brr.
Headbutting the fuck. Damn.
That's a
Got
18 plus 7.
You hit him.
So 25.
I hit him real good.
3d6 of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, let's do this.
Bonk.
Oh,
That's
four.
tragic.
Snake eyes.
That's tragic. Isn't there
Still a
anything I
DC
can
14
do?
saving throw where he falls over like an
That's
idiot.
true.
Like a
Like a
dumb
dumb
And
dumb.
he can't stop himself from doing it this time.
Not anymore.
No, my legendary actions. I might look like a fool, but I don't. Because I'm bolus and I'm super cool.
If it was
Yep,
a
cutting
wait,
words,
did
yeah.
it? Did it? Wait,
I
so
don't have cutting words. I have vicious
Yeah.
mockery.
That's not the same.
Yeah. Wait a minute. When
I
you
think
say
you might,
cutting
actually.
words.
Yeah, I think you do have
on a
cutting
hit,
words.
it's 46 plus 4 though.
Hold on.
So
For a hit.
8 damage.
Yeah. Well, no, I need to roll
You need
one
to roll
more
another
dice.
D6 and add
Oh,
4
my
to
bad.
it.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
12.
Okay, yeah, I
damage.
I
That's
do
a-
have
yeah.
cutting words.
So,
Yeah, I would use cutting words to see if you can get him to fall over.
So I had a 4
So-
plus
okay.
another
Too late.
4
No,
is
that's
an
fine.
8.
Sorry, the only thing that like I remember the book explaining it was like it's like reverse bardic
Yeah.
inspiration. So
Yeah.
in my head, that's what it was called. Reverse
All right. So
bardic.
what's the DC for not falling down?
14.
And he got
14.
exactly a 14.
Okay, so you'd have to roll a 5 on a D8.
Uh-huh.
Which is
Okay.
even odds.
All right.
I mean,
I
yeah.
think it's worth it.
Let's do it.
Wait.
Hey! So he falls over.
Even gods
Eat
can fall.
dust.
Yeah. With her violin, like that's her badass turn.
And it's not cool. Like his tail is whipping around, his arms are flying,
Uh-huh.
the wings flare out. Like
Yes.
no.
He has like it's a slower fall because his wings come out and like catch air. and
It's super derpy. It makes it onto a fail video.
He
It's
was
great.
not. He was not prepared at all.
No.
To follow. He doesn't crush Tom, does he?
No.
Okay.
That's good. Oh yeah, is Tom still behind?
Yeah.
he
He's
is,
just passed out.
We don't
huh?
know he's back there,
His
but I'm just
body
saying.
is smoldering on the ground.
Cool, cool.
Oops a doops.
We may
Just
have
what
to
I
redraw
wanted.
Tom with no tattoos. Because he no longer has a pact with any kind of demon.
Ooh.
Easy, because I think they're on their own lair.
Nice.
So I might just get to Toledo.
That's
Click-
pretty handy.
Right click, hide layer.
Pretty
Done.
much.
Alana, it's your
Actually,
go.
I am pretty fucking sure that they're on a different layer.
Nice.
Is
Wait,
it
can I
like
have a turn?
Ra's al Ghul
Oh,
just
yeah.
goes
You wanna play
back
the
with a
game?
magic
I
marker?
kind of want to do that.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you just.
Hey,
you
I'm gonna
did.
make 2 attacks with advantage on Nicholas Pickles because he is prone.
All right.
Yeah.
Advantage minus a d6.
Yep.
Look him up, son.
I
Here's
will,
a
I will
D6.
grant you your half movement for standing up because you do get that.
What did I roll?
Roll a 5. Roll again.
Well, roll it again.
17.
I like
minus
that
5
one.
plus 9, so 21.
21 hits.
Cool.
Get him.
I would like to smite him with a level 2 slot.
He is smitten with you.
Good. That's what I
Of course
want.
he is. Pogo's very
Big sexy.
charming.
I am
Yeah.
very charming.
Big
Interplanar-
sexy indeed.
Pogo Basilthrate. Interplanar. I don't have a good
Thought.
word.
Yeah.
I was
Nice.
gonna say like seductress or something.
Yeah.
but
Nope. Thought.
13.
13. Okay.
That's a 13, so it's actually 19. And
Yeah.
then I get another attack.
Oh, that's spicy.
19.
Roll me a d20 again and a d6.
All right, you want
Oh,
I'm really
I
not
got-
looking
I got
forward
him.
to when I
Okay.
have to stat actual bolus as a CR.
Your D20 is a 14.
I got a full. What's the d6?
So you-
5.
Yeah, grand total 9. 14 minus 5 is 9.
Oh, so then
Aw.
I add 9, so it's an 18.
Just a hit.
Well, I
roll
may as well
again for
roll
the
to see
crit?
if I get a crit.
Fishing for crits, no crits.
Cool. So I hit, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing I just did.
So many smites.
Yep.
She's got him.
Too many smites.
Paladins are good. This just in.
I don't believe it. Hey,
This just in. Wizards of the Coast nerf
7,
paladins. Actually, don't. They're fine.
13, 16. Plus 6.
Plus
so
6.
22.
22.
So damn, you just did like
About
41
40 or 50
damage.
You
damage.
did him.
Yeah.
41 damage.
Oh, excellent. So good.
I can do maths.
Mhm.
That's about
can't
it.
So
maths at
we'll
all.
say this is from Bolus's point of view. He gets rammed in the side, sort of gets bowled over, and then when he opens his eyes, there is an elephantine paladin who is 7 feet tall standing over him, and then from behind that,
How tall is Nicobolus?
he's like 10 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But
he's
on the
wee.
ground, yeah, he's huge. On the ground,
I thought he was like 40.
over him is this elephant, and behind that you can see like there's this horrible light coming from stained glass that doesn't exist, and it's blinding him, but he can vaguely see the outline of an angel holding a gigantic scythe somewhere in the distance behind
That's pretty cool.
No.
Pogo as he just stabs and stabs and stabs with this burning sunlight radiant weapon and starts burning away this creature's illusory essence. All right. Next turn. I got a little bit lost in the sauce there.
That's great. That's what's up.
Can we see Fonz at all?
Yeah, he's over there on the ground.
Okay, so we can see like he's on the ground. Is he still on fire?
He's smoldering
He's
gently.
smoking, yeah. He's like kind of like a roast rib at this point.
All right. I guess I'll try cure light wounds
Okay.
just because.
Nah, fuck up Bolus. Deal with him later. I can lay on hands and he's fine.
That's true.
Really, that's what you? All right.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
40 free hit points of healing.
I mean,
I can
okay.
just throw out.
Damn,
We're-
son.
This this feels like it's almost over, so I'm gonna whip out a lightning bolt.
Okay.
All right.
To a wreck shop.
Dex save? Question mark?
Yes. I'm sure he beat it.
Perhaps with disadvantage for being prone.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, he can't really move.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
I got a
12.
16 on my low roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
16.
my spell's DC is 14,
All right.
Words.
so he's still.
Gonna hit him with those cutting words? How
How
many
many
bardic inspirations do you have? I think it's your charisma modifier.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have 3. Yeah, I have 3 a day. So.
Do
So,
it.
Do you do you say dodge this before you shoot?
Yes.
Dodge this.
She whips up her
bitch.
wand. It already has like electricity crackling off of it, and just dodge this, you scaly son of a bitch.
Nice. Roll it.
Nice.
Gain inspiration. All right. I don't
All right,
roll damage.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's okay.
8d6,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
6d6.
borrow some d6. It's 8d6.
8d6.
Yeah, I don't have this.
Damage.
All right, how many?
Here's 8d6.
Okay, you have 8. Jesus.
Look at them all.
Fucking go.
Adorable.
Hiya.
All right, 10, 15, 20, 5, 29.
29.
Eat shit, bud.
80, and that's more than 110. All right. So you say, dodge this, you scaly bastard, and with one note, you unleash the lightning that is contained within your soul from all of the, like, bullshit that you've gone through in the last year because of this creature, and it gets turned into very real electricity that vaporizes him. The essence of it explodes, and because you were the one who killed him, that memory of this person and what they're planning to do stays with you.
Like the second best secret keeper on the team.
Yeah.
She's not keeping secret about this. Let's be totally clear.
That's good.
Like, she's
That's
gonna-
good.
All right.
Let's get some shit done.
What's this shit just happened?
Pigeon's gonna turn back into a pigeon again.
Why?
Not like a bird. Like the
Well,
pigeon.
let's
Yeah,
just let's
My
just
pigeon.
go with. Hang on a second. Where's my sheet? Okay. Yeah, I have like 8 health left, so she's a little worse for wear.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pat
Muffin.
you on the shoulder, and you get up to 40 hit points. How many do you need?
32.
Cool. I have 8 left over.
Scratch.
8 that you just sort of like flick at Fonz.
Uh-huh.
You're like, you're fine. You're
Yeah,
just like
just
throwing
to
a
wake him
band-aid
up.
at
Just
him.
enough to prevent
Yeah.
him from actual permanent death.
All right,
Yeah.
stabilizes.
Yeah. We drag his corpse back.
Uh-huh.
Time to port key.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, do we need to be here? Yeah, Arby's. Where's Arby's?
Take bath.
Arby's.
Bath.
Yeah, it's Grand Arbiter Arby's.
Augustine the
Grand's.
Yeah,
You mean?
Grand Slam, Arbiter of the Fourth.
yeah.
Oh,
Grand Slam Arby's the Force.
Arby's, the crossover potential with magic. You gotta get it. All right.
We have the laws.
Do we need to be here anymore?
You did what you came here to do.
So freak me right the fuck out. I'm gonna go home and take a nap.
Yeah, you
I
guys
died
pat yourself
today.
down, you're
Did
like,
we ever look out to find out who the prime speaker is?
Who do we have?
Prime speaker's back on our plane.
Yeah,
right?
that's a problem for
Oh.
home us. I really want a nap.
I don't know
You
any
guys
of the
patted
people from like the
yourself down,
Civic
you're
and
like,
shit
who's
like
got
that.
the
Someone
thing?
should. I don't know if this
Let's
is
sing.
real. I have it.
So we go over, we collect Fawn's body. Are we taken back?
We just
the
drag
ogre?
him by the horn, just like
Kind of.
over to the group.
Wait, can we bring Rurik back?
That's a good question that you have no way of answering.
Hey, Rurik and Saw, stand near us when we push this button.
Okay.
Cool.
Actually, let's like
Hold
lay a hand or
hands.
something on him, just so that he's like.
Thar says, "Are you sure? Because the last time that happened, I think it's different this time."
We're
Hold
trying.
hands.
We're trying to take you
So
out.
Rurik gets excited. He puts the axe hand down. And he's like,
Wrong
Thar's
hands.
just like,
Hot hands.
awkwardly hold like both left hands.
Yeah.
All of us do like the stacking of the hands to push the
You
button.
guys
Yes!
put the hands together. Like,
Yep.
is this how we do it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
doesn't
and
come with
one of us is holding
instructions.
onto Fawn's by the horns.
Button.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just button.
All right, so you take
I'm just
off
cradling
the,
him like a
the
baby.
glass lid,
Hang on,
which
hang
has
on,
the
hang on,
small
hang
TNT plunger.
Before we do this, what are we gonna do about that?
About
Like-
what?
The fact that Sadek is sitting in that right now.
Oh,
Oh,
my
I
problem?
missed that.
I'll
Whoops.
report to... Here's what I suggest.
Is
Wait,
We
that
just
wait.
important?
report to our superiors about it. Let them deal with it.
I don't have any superiors.
All right.
That's cool.
I'm my
Okay,
own
let's go.
boss.
I'm not. I'm
No.
beholden in so many ways to so many people.
Yeah, you are.
I don't live my own
Pigeon.
life.
That's
push the
rough,
button?
bud. Yeah, I plunge it.
Okay, so a beam of white light in a circle around you that includes Rurik Thar, but not Razi or anyone else,
Because they're already dead.
Because they're
obliterates your
dead.
eyes or your ability to see, and then you are disintegrated, which hurts a lot, and then you are reintegrated, which hurts just as much, but backwards.
Yep.
This has always confused me about the like beam me up thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
are you actually the same person?
Incredibly painful, as it turns out, on Ravnica.
If you get
And you find
science
yourself
involved.
in a dank alley next to one of the ley lines of Ravnica, which has
Dank.
a elaborately constructed Izzet device, and Melik just being like, "Yes!" And he starts taking copious notes.
That's not.
You draw him, draw her. And he has weird assistants that he has conjured who are like taking charcoal sketches of you. Just like, was
You're
that
not
was you did you? We,
You're not
this
exactly.
is a new person.
You're not exactly
yeah.
inspiring
You came back with another
confidence.
person.
We
Yeah,
found
this
friends.
is Ulrich.
I know who it is.
One saw.
Is he here on purpose?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he's not gonna hurt you.
Says you.
Don't-
She looks up at Thurek. He got you back home.
Yeah, it's...
No, she got me back home.
He
yeah.
made that device.
No,
You're
no,
mine
no,
now.
just
You're
go-
mine.
Go to the wobble bed.
Shh, you're mine.
Go to the roll persuade.
Just... You just go back home to your weird family.
He's like the Harry and the Hendersons just looking back. Like,
18.
Dope.
okay, so he just looks at you and he's just like,
You right.
"Bleh." And then he goes, he's bored by this.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of talking.
Yep.
He has 2 headaches now.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to leave, and then he pushes the machine over on his way out. And Melik's just like, no!
Yeah, no, that's a
Just
good
walks
call.
away.
Trust me.
Where's Lazov?
Not here.
Where'd he go?
Probably. Why would I know that? I don't want to
He
know
was
that.
standing here with you. He just
don't know.
mentioned
Direction.
leaving.
What? My job here is done. I'm leaving now.
Hey, do you know who this person is?
Holds out the note.
I think that's a person from the Simic Guild, like an important one. I don't know. Their structure is weird. How they do things is inefficient.
Keep in touch, darling.
I hope
Bye.
not. Bye. He casts fly. Science. No.
You see it projected in the air.
All right. So
Are we all wandering off in separate directions now?
I'm going home taking a nap.
Are we just in Duskmantle?
yeah, smash cut to Dust Mantle.
Ugh.
One of the things.
This is not a nap.
Oh,
No.
so super important
Opposite of
side
a
note,
nap.
Pogo, take Fawn's home.
With the so about that. With the trauma of the teleport, you did not realize that Fawns had slipped your grip until you're like, Pogo, take him home, and you realize that you're not holding him and he's not here.
Oh,
Time to go back. Time to go back.
We can't
I
do
need
that. The
Fawn's
machine
off.
got pushed over.
Yeah, there's a bunch of scrape marks and blood on the ground where his body probably was. So you're pretty sure he was here.
And
Someone
But
took
he
him.
slipped
somehow, like very quickly, almost ridiculously. slipped
Almost
away.
as if possessed by a powerful vampire.
Does anybody have?
We
can
need
I
to find
track him?
Lazov right now.
Okay. Smash cut to Dusk Mantle. If you try to track him, you will most likely fail. I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
He's all bloody and fucked up.
Yep. So you'd follow the blood trail, and then the blood gets further and further apart, and there are no footprints anymore, and you realize that the person you were tracking has flown away.
In daylight.
dark down here.
Not true.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking for
Fine.
the
Smash cut 2.
like immediately.
Smash cut 2, Dusk Mantle. You are ushered quickly in. They recognize you immediately. Are all three of you here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I guess.
Okay.
I got nowhere better to be. I got to go to the Simic Guild eventually. The guy is super like thirsty for whatever I got, so just gonna take her time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no. I'm not
Play it
taking
cool.
my time. I've got full
Yeah.
health points. I'm like.
Okay.
book
So,
it.
when you arrive there, Lazav is sitting with his finger steepled like this. Krieg is also there, as well as Liev, the investigator. They're both sitting
Fuck.
Oh shit!
there. Krieg he has a very carefully arranged neutral face that they train you to have while drill instructors are giving you bullshit, like one of those. Liev looks pissed.
What
And
are
Lazav's
you?
doing one of
Who's
these.
Liev again?
He is the
He's the
Azorius
Azorius
investigator.
person
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
You
doing
guys
the
gave him a
case.
slip by burning all of his information, but he apparently has tracked you guys down.
Okay,
Yep,
well she's
yep.
gonna kind of look at Krieg and like shoot a glare his way, like she's not really thrilled that he's with the Demir.
Craig gives you one of these. So proceed. Or Lazav's just like debrief.
Who are these fools?
How about we debrief in private?
That is not going to be an option, unfortunately.
But who are
I think
these
you will
fools?
find that I have brokered very fair terms with these gentlemen.
Fabulous. So, do you know who a Nicholas Bicolas is? No, Nicholas.
Nicobolus.
Thank you. Yeah.
Nicholas Nicholas.
Yes, I am aware. I am also aware that he has. I've just recently become aware that he has several operations in several guilds.
Did you
Mhm.
know that he was the Leyline Phantasm?
We
Well, he
do.
was. And also,
I think we
I
killed
guess,
him a little.
Who
like
is he?
invading army of some sort from
Who is
like
he?
space. I don't really know.
There
I
was
don't know what she was
sand
saying.
and pyramids, and I was a big monster.
Do you know what a planeswalker is?
No,
We're talking
There-
planes of existence.
Yes, there are multiple planes of reality.
Cool.
I knew
His
that.
face shifts a little bit and his accent changes. And we have discovered recently that there are people who can move from one plane to the next. They tend to be incredibly powerful and influential individuals. Bolus appears to be one of those. He also appears to be some sort of dragon. Or some people claim that he is a god or used to be one. None of this is
Powerful men
good.
often think they're gods.
None of this is good.
Got him.
You say that he is invading. What does that mean?
It means that
Only planeswalkers can go from one place to another, as far as I know.
he went into the ley line and harbored the leftovers there.
There's
Under
like
his
holes.
control.
There were like holes, and they were like marching through the
used
holes.
He's using the ley line, basically,
Portals?
to cure an army from our dimension.
I believe you. I want to believe you. But I have to.
Detect
She's
thoughts,
like,
then.
yeah.
So he puts his hand
Right
on your temple.
here.
He pulls out a thought strand, and then instead of putting it into his own head, he drops it on the table and creates like a projection of what you saw. Now all of you can see it. There are armies of undead.
Yeah, we were there.
Oh, so that's
About
way
to go through
scarier than what you
portals.
were saying.
I didn't say much to begin with.
I mean,
didn't
yeah,
really
but
tell
like,
you guys a
shit.
lot.
There's so many of them.
Yeah,
They look so angry.
I know.
That's what happens when you're taken over.
It's really
by
rude.
A walking dragon from another dimension.
That makes sense, actually, when you say it like that.
As this is worse than I feared,
Cool.
but I did anticipate it.
There's more bad news.
Oh, Mr. Cool Guy.
What was your relationship with Zadek before he disappeared?
I don't see why that's relevant.
Fun fact it is, though.
Just answer the question, please.
Can I not have an immoral antagonist dogging every step of my spy career?
Deal with
I
it.
just got rid of the last one.
Yeah,
I'm not
but,
looking to be moral here. I'm concerned for everybody, seeing as how everyone here knows exactly what happened before.
Yeah. There's a moment, a shadow sort of falls over the table. If we were a TV show, we do a bunch of flashbacks to Sadek doing horrible things to various people.
The entire city,
The
essentially.
whole plot of Dissension was just Sadek fucking on people.
Yep.
Anyway, so he sort of goes away for a second, and then Krieg just like looks at him. He's like, "Is he done?" He's done. All right. Here's the deal. You four. There's only three. Fonz is included. You four are criminals. We've done the legwork. Other people have gotten involved. We know that you're criminals. We will eventually catch you. We'll sentence you to
That's
death.
what you think. That's what you think.
Yes, it is what I think.
Don't threaten me with a good time, darling.
I already died today.
Here's the deal that we have struck. You are very good at what you do.
Mm-hmm.
There are multiple guilds that are compromised. This is not conventional warfare. There are people who need to be blackmailed, there are people who need to be killed, and there are people who need to be turned. You are going to do this for us. You will be pardoned, and the Lady Most Terrible and Fair has agreed to fund the operation.
Ooh.
You will be the blade in the dark
I wanna
that cuts
roll
out
her
the
eyes.
infection from us before the invasion comes. During the invasion, you will fight, and if you survive, you will be pardoned. So begins the War of the Spark.
Hang on, though.
Did you know that there was a
There's
whole
right
like
at the end,
witch?
just like fun fact. Zadok caught a ride back in Fonz before we came back. Have fun dealing with that.
Yep.
The Golgari are gonna try and do something too. I'm just saying, so you should know.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my God.
Did they know that
Just
what's her
in the
face?
middle of the okay.
Did they know that she was overthrown?
I just told
Ludmilla?
him. I
Yeah,
tried
did they tell-
to.
yeah, did we ever tell them about Ludmilla and the?
Oh man, you guys don't know that the guy who overthrew Ludmilla is also dead. You'll find that out later.
The Lich is dead.
What's up, Sunday crew? Anyway.
They
Hey!
killed the Lich.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sunday crew. That totally
Back
got
off our
this guy
plot.
off my dick.
All right. And thanks for everybody for coming out. Tune in next week for War of the Spark, Deniable Assets, Season 2 of Ravnica, City of Thieves. Woo!
Bye, guys.
New art and outfits coming soon.
Aw.
Hell yeah.